Donna, hello, quadruple question, exclamation mark. Got my 360 in 108 days, if it's still on. 108 days, fingers crossed, Donna, fingers crossed. We will be out of lockdown. Crikey, I hope to God we're out of lockdown in 108 days, Donna. Any recommendation for post-360 garments long-term, in your opinion? Yeah, I mean, again, go with your surgeon. Am I your surgeon? But if I am, then go with what I say. But if not, go with whatever your surgeon says. And broadly speaking, there are two types of garment. One is like a Velcro thing that goes round, which can be a lot easier to put on and can be quite helpful. Certainly in the early stages, it's quite adjustable. It's just literally a band that goes around your abdomen. And the other is a sort of proper garment, which has got a gusset and has got hooks and eyes and is a bit more fitted. It can be a little bit uncomfortable, especially in the early stages because you're cramped up. And especially if you have a catheter or drains in, because the gusset doesn't do up because of the drains and all sorts, and then that can make it roll up and down. So there are some issues with it, but it is good when the drains are out and the gusset's on. It is a bit more supportive. Do you know what? Some people prefer one, some people prefer the other. Both in terms of the patients and both in terms of the surgeons. I think there's good and bad about both of them, and sometimes we use a combination. But yeah, that's where I am with garments there, Donna. And the main, well, not the main thing, but one thing is you want to make sure it's fitting nicely, doesn't dig in, doesn't cause you ulceration, doesn't cause you red marks, and doesn't cause you problems, because they sometimes can. So you don't want the garment to cause problems. You want it to be good. So Donna, thank you. Was thinking about the fitted one. Had a MACOM after my BA, which was amazing. Still pretty good 3 years post 550cc HP unders. Get it in there, Donna. Get it in there. Okay, Donna's a 550 HP unders. Right? Adamant to get the best results. I can with the 360. Okay, Adamant to get the best results I can with the 360. I see a lot of Americans use amp boards in theirs to help. Would you recommend? What's an amp board? Oh my God. What's that? Oh my God. An app board. Is that like a, what's that? Like a, right. Well, Donna, people are different in terms of their view on garments. And some people are very prescriptive about garments. And like, for goodness sake, you got to do this week 1 to 2, and then you got to use the type 2 garment at 3 to 6. And then you've got to phase out and use this and that. And they can be very prescriptive. And I think some people will respond to that and think, yeah, I know what I'm doing. And I'm, he's saying that these are the best ones and all sorts. But whenever you find that everyone's got different views and some people are less prescriptive and some people use different ones, you realize there's no right or wrong answer. So the guy that's being very prescriptive about it, in his view, he's giving you the best advice, but it's not necessarily the right advice. It's just his advice and his opinion and how he manages his practice. So I think you'll find with garments, there is quite a spectrum. And I have had situations where the garments have dug in, the garments have caused problems. So I don't want patients to think, oh my goodness me, if I take my garment off, it's the end of the world. I better keep it on. And then they come back with an ulcer, they come back with a red mark or a wound, or you take the garment off and they're like, oh thank God for that, I can breathe. Because you've got to be able to take deep breaths. You don't want to get a chest infection, you don't want to, you've got to be able to expand up your lungs, cough. The garment is there for support. The garment is there to help you and to support you and to give you comfort, really. So it shouldn't be it's not compression in my practice. Some people might say, oh, compression and swelling and all that. It's not compression, it's support. So yeah, so I don't think necessarily the garment will be the difference. Good will help you get through your post-op recovery if it is supportive and helpful and comfortable, but I don't necessarily think it will be like the answer to all your problems, or the cause of all your problems if you don't use the right one or something. So I wouldn't be too prescriptive about it personally, but that's just me in my practice. You better go with whatever your surgeon says. Surgeon's adamant, is it? Yeah, he used to be big in the 80s, didn't he? So yeah. So good guy though, good guy. So Donna, like a firm board inside a garment, not seen many over here. Lol. I just worry about it giving pressure problems, Donna. I think I'll just be, and I don't think it's necessary. I don't think you really want to really push on that. For me, it's not compression, it's support. That's where I am.